Hi, I am Vishal and welcome back to my channel. So this is the last video for the series that I was doing, Watercolor in Nature by Rosalie Haizlett. This book contained 20 awesome beginner friendly watercolor projects from birds to trees and small insects. So these are the 20 projects that are covered in this book. The projects are very simple and the steps are easy to follow along. So I have completed this book as well as did a book review. In this video I'll be showing you all the paintings that I did and my favorite ones as well as the lessons that I learned. So let's start with showing you some of the paintings. So these are the bigger paintings that I made. The red fox, the wood duck, green frog, and we have great horned owl. So we have more paintings, bigger paintings that I'll be showing you soon. Then these are some of the other paintings that I did, the smaller variations or smaller versions. So we have got praying mantis, land snail. This is a variation of the land snail. Then we have the blue salamander and a red wood duck. So these are the small paintings that I have made. And then we have the sketchbook. This is the sketchbook that I made and it has all the 20 projects. So now let me show you the paintings one by one. Okay, let's start. Starting with the book Watercolor in Nature. A wonderful and amazing book, easy step by step to follow and paint 20 amazing paintings. So these are the main paintings, the 20 paintings: the daisy, imperial moth, fly agaric mushroom, fiddlehead fern, praying mantis, moose antler, green frog, great horned owl, land snail, monarch caterpillar and milkweed, leaf spring, 5-point swallowtail butterfly, sassafras leaf, pine cone, red-eared salamander, Canada warbler, cottontail rabbit, wild blueberries, wood duck, and lastly the red fox. So the project starts with the main painting, the color you will need, the reference picture, then sketching the guidelines and adding details as we move further, inking the painting, and lastly coloring it. So this is an awesome book, very beginner friendly, and the steps are very easy to follow along. And as we move, the difficulty of the paintings increases, but the steps are very helpful. So I enjoyed this book, so this is one of my favorite so far. So this had 160 pages and I started this book 2 or 3 years ago, but only did 3 paintings, but this year I sat down and completed it and I am really proud of myself. So this is the sketchbook that I created 2-3 years ago, and now let's show you the paintings. So the watercolor in nature. The daisy, imperial moth, fly agaric mushroom, the fiddlehead fern, praying mantis, moose antler, green frog, and land snail. So this is a variation of the land snail. The original one was of blue colored. The paintings here are really good, and these are paintings that I made 3 years ago. Then we have the great horned owl. The painting that I made this time is not that good as compared to this one. So these are the paintings that I made this year. I had already sketched out the guidelines, but I painted and recorded it this year in the month of August, September, October. So here we have got monarch caterpillar with milkweed, leaf spray, then the pipe point swallowtail butterfly, sassafras leaf, red-hipped salamander, Canada warbler. So this turned out really good. The other variations I made, the big one did not turn out that good. Cottontail rabbit, this took a lot of time, and there are so many layers of the colors and tiny strokes to create the texture for the fur. And yeah, I am satisfied with the result. I could have done better, but yeah. Then this too took a lot of time. The wild blueberries, so many layering, so many colors and so many layers. So these are the paintings that took a lot of time. The pine cone, I was not able to do justice with the painting. The original was so beautiful. Then we have the wood duck. This too turned out beautiful. I had to use a lot of white ink because I was not able to preserve the whiteness of the paper. You can see there are so many tiny strokes here, and here, and it turned out really good. Then we have the last painting, the red fox. This too is one of my favorite. Since I did not have all the recordings, so I made the paintings once again. So here's one of the land snail, imperial moth, variations of the daisy, so and few leaf sprigs, a variation of the few leaf sprigs. So my favorite from this sketchbook is imperial moth, the land snail, red fox, wood duck, pine cone, blueberries, rabbit, Canada warbler, red-hipped salamander, sassafras leaf, pipe point swallowtail butterfly, leaf sprig, monarch caterpillar with milkweed, great horned owl, praying mantis, moose antler, land snail, green frog, daisy, imperial moth, fly agaric mushroom, winterland fawn. So I had so much fun painting this and I enjoyed the whole process. So this is the paintings from the sketchbook, and since I was not able to cover all the paintings, I decided to create small variations as well as the original painting. Let me show you those. So here we have moose antler, fly agaric mushroom, daisies. This turned out pretty good. Fiddle fawn. This did not turn out the way I wanted, and it took a lot of time, more than an hour, but this was not at all good. Then we have the variations of original paintings. Instead of the great horned owl, I made yellow and brown ochre owl. Then we have green and blue Canada warbler. Instead of green, we have blue frog, red wood duck, praying mantis, blue land snail, and lastly blue salamander. So the The color, the blue, the variations with the blue and the white really piqued my interest. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paintings, and then this two turned out really good. I would have made it much better, but yeah, this two turned out good. So we have fantastic and beautiful, vibrant, colorful red wood deck. So these are all the smaller variations of the painting, smaller variation as well as the originals. The spraying mantis two turned out pretty good. And then I made bigger paintings too. Let me show you those. So here we have great horned owl, big painting, and this is not as good as the one that is in the sketchbook, but yeah, I enjoyed this larger paintings took a lot of time, more than an hour, sometimes close to 2 hours. This took more than 2 hours. Then we have wood duck. This two turned out good, and this turned out really pretty well. I love this one, green frog. I got a little bit of smudging, but overall this is awesome. Then we have Canada warbler with a little bit of variation. The colors are changed, and this did not turn out that good. And lastly, another land snail. So here I experimented with oil pastel for the whites, and it did not turn out the way I expected. So I had to use a little bit of white ink. But overall, yeah, this too is a great addition to all the paintings. So these are all the paintings from the book Watercolor in Nature. I learned a lot by completing all these projects. So I was always skeptical about drawing this type of tiny creatures, and I thought that it would be really hard, but the step by step really helped me, and the color combinations as well as coloring was easy to replicate. So yeah, this was my first try to draw botanical or nature related things, and I had really amazing time with it. So I came to know about Rosalie Haizlett from the Skillshare courses, and I had completed all her courses and perhaps uploaded 1 or 2 projects, and I am determined and I have planned to complete all her classes in the Skillshare once again this year, and I'll start nature journaling from December. So let's see where it goes. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching the whole video. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, and to let me know that you have reached up to here, just comment 20 or your favorite painting from the book. So this marks the end of this series Watercolor in Nature. Let me know if you want me to do any other book review or any other online classes, or any comment that you want me to know. So that's all for today's video. You can check out the book review up here, and I will link the description, and I'll link the playlist down in the description. Anything else? Yeah, one more thing. The next book that I'll be covering is Yokai Bestiary by Lance Reid. So I have got the Kindle version or ebook of this book, Yokai Bestiary. This has 35 eerie and enchanting Japanese ghoul and monsters. So I have completed all the paintings, and I'll be uploading them in batches. So that's all. Peace.